Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the economic weaker section reservation bill. Does the economic reservation stand against the constitutional concept of reservation, which is meant for the socially backward section, or is it a step towards development? We'll see. The first question is, who will fall under this economically weaker section category and who will not? The economically weaker section in India is a subcategory of people belonging to the general category having an annual income less than rupees 8 lakhs and who absolutely do not belong to the categories such as SC or ST or OBC. So, if a person does not fall under the castes recognized as SC or ST or OBC, and if that person's annual income is less than 8 lakhs, then that person, according to the Government of India, will be recognized as the economically weaker section category. Talking about the history behind the bill, it was on 7th January 2019, the Union Council of Ministers approved 10% reservation in government jobs and in educational institutions for the economically weaker section in the general category. On 8th January 2019, the EWS bill or the economically weaker section bill was tabled in Lok Sabha and it was passed on the same day. On 9th January 2019, it was passed by the Rajya Sabha. The President passed the bill in 12th January 2019 and a gazette was released. And Gujarat became the first state to enact this law on 14th January 2019. An NGO, Youth for Equality, questioned and challenged the bill in the apex court on grounds that it violates the 50% ceiling which was set according to the establishment of Indira Soni. And they also stated that it fully supports the reservations for the economically weaker section and wants it to be amalgamated with the OBC quota, which stands at 27%, thus not exceeding the 50% cap which was set by the apex court. The Act amended the Articles 15 and 16 of the Constitution by inserting 15 Clause 6 and 16 Clause 6. The amendment of the Article 15 Clause 6 enables the state to make provisions for the advancement of the economically weaker section of citizens, including reservations in educational institutions. And the reservations can be made in any type of educational institutions, both aided and unaided private institutions, except the minority educational institutions that was already covered under the Article 30 Clause 1. And it further states that the upper limit of the economically weaker section will be 10%. And this 10% ceiling is independent of the 10% ceilings existing on the reservations. So, Article 16 Clause 6 enables the state to make provisions for reservations in appointment, and again these provisions are subjected to 10% ceiling in addition to the existing reservations. But after this, more than 20 petitions have been filed challenging the constitutional validity of the 103rd Amendment of the Constitution. They argue that the amendment violates the basic features of the Constitution and it also violates the fundamental right to equality under Article 14. Major arguments that were made. The first one is that the reservations cannot be based solely on the economic criteria given the Supreme Court's judgment in Indira Soni versus the Union of India in 1992. And the second one is that SC, ST and OBC cannot be omitted from the economically weaker section as it would be a violation of the fundamental right to equality. And the third one is that imposing reservation in educational institutions which do not have state aid is also a fundamental right to equality. And the fourth one is that this amendment includes reservation that is exceeding the 50% ceiling limit that was established by the Indira Soni. At present, 49.5 seats in educational and public appointments are reserved with 15% quotas for the scheduled caste and 7.5% for the scheduled tribes and 27% for the other backward sections of the society. Now, talking about the provisions of the bill, there are 6 provisions which are very vital. First one is that the Union Government of India tabled the Constitution Bill, that is the 124th Amendment, in 2019 and added 10% additional quota for EWS students amongst the general category students. Second one is that the terms economically weaker section and economically backward class are not meant to be confused with each other in India. Third one is that the exact figure of the percentage of Indian population belonging to the EWS category has not been defined and they all get the 10% reservation. Fourth one is the definition for EWS has been defined by the Government of India, whereas the definition for EBC and most economically backward class MEBC vary in different states as well as institutions. Fifth one is that the criteria for the EWS certificate is not just the annual income. It is also based on the health property, and the income limit has been set by the central government for admissions to central government owned colleges and the jobs offered by them. And the last point is that the state government has been given the authority to change the eligibility criteria and also to extend the income limit further for the candidates seeking reservation under the EWS category. But this will be valid only for the state-owned colleges and the jobs offered by them as deemed fit for the respective states. So the people belonging to the economically weaker section now get 10% reservation in education and government jobs, just like OBC, SC and ST. But this was not the end. There was huge unrest among people which came out in many ways, including anti-reservation agitations. Although this reservation weakened the pace of many reservation agitations like Jat reservation movement, Patidar reservation movement and Kapu reservation movement, but the aspirants of the EWS reservation was not satisfied as it does not include many benefits like fee and age relaxation, post-metric scholarship and house criteria. So, at the beginning, when the detailed notification of the EWS reservation was announced by the department, candidates started their protest at the Jantar Mantar, New Delhi under the banner EWS Arakshan Manch, which was led by Trinetra Singh and his teammates. And also, the Social Justice and Empowerment Minister, Dr. Tawar Chand Gehlot, announced that the reservation, EWS reservation, will be given all the benefits just like the caste-based reservation. Followed by the BJP's MP GVL Narasimha Rao raised this issue in the budget session of the parliament in 2020. And this issue was raised by many other electronic media houses as well. And the EWS Arakshan Manch also started campaigning in social media in the form of videos, posts and tweets, etc. And this issue was raised by many other political leaders in favor of the EWS candidates. So, as a result of all these agitations, the government decided to make things a bit more clear. And 3 things were made clear, and the first one is that the candidate must have an annual income less than rupees 8 lakhs per annum. Second one, the family of the candidate must not own more than 5 acres of agricultural land. And the third one is that the residential flat area should be less than 1000 square feet. And the residential plot area should be below 100 square yards if in a notified municipality sector and below 200 yards if in a non-notified municipality sector. So these were the things that were made clear. Because of the huge social unrest and agitations, the case moved on to a 5-judge constitutional bench and now the decision is pending. Let's look forward to what will be the decision.